Yes, last week a report was released that shocked and shattered most people. It certainly shattered our conception of ourselves as a nation that provided good service. It appears that all areas of the tourist industry are affected by shoddy service. Roy, you often travel dressed in mufti around this nation as a foreigner. How bad has the service become?
Actually, the service is appalling in Australia. It's an absolute bloody embarrassment. You know, I don't know how tourism is going to go ahead in this country. Look, just the other night, there were a few of us, a couple of New Zealanders, a couple of German friends, a couple of Japanese chums who'd just blown in. I took them to, I won't mention the establishment, the Siebel Townhouse.
Yes. In Sydney?
In Sydney.
Wow.
And I asked for a cocktail. I said, I want a Bradman.
A Bradman?
Yes. It's very simple to make. Just a bit of creme de cacao or whatever it is, and a little bit of lime juice, some cream, and a
apricot.
Yeah, cherry on top. Easy to make.
An umbrella in the side.
A bit of gin, etc., etc. They didn't know what they said. Sorry, sir, we can't furnish you with that. I asked for
Bradman.
A Bradman. I asked for a stackpole.
Yes.
They asked me to leave. They asked us to leave. Absolutely bloody hopeless. You get in the cab, they don't know where to take you. They don't know where anywhere is. It's just, I mean, the wheels have come off.
Oh, yes, they have. And the stackpole's dead easy to make. All
Cream of cacao.
Yes, yes.
Bit of gin.
Apricot, strawberry on top.
Lime
And
juice.
the difference between it and the Bradman is you just put a couple of jiggers of stolly in
Yes,
it as
that's
well.
right.
It's dead easy to make.
That's right. Well, you can put anything in a stackpole.
Indeed. Yeah, now, overseas tourists were surveyed as they left the nation to produce this alarming report. Who are the worst whingers? Who are the hardest to please and why? Which nationalities, that is?
I think you're New Zealanders.
Are they?
Your Japanese are good.
Yeah,
Generally they don't understand
Since
the language.
the war.
Yeah.
Settle down a bit.
Your Germans are okay.
Yes.
As long as you make it pretty bloody clear where you stand.
Yeah, we won, they didn't.
That's right. Pretty bloody clear, and they understand that. They actually smile a little bit about it. You know, come on in, losers. How you doing? But you know, when I was working in the service industry, actually, I always felt it never hurt to smile. It never hurt to smile, and it was always better. Make people feel happier as they're walking away from you than they were when they were walking to you. That was the simple principle Look, if people got into the cab when I was driving, I'd have a little packet of lollies, mixed lollies, assorted lollies, and I'd say, would you like a Sherby or a musk stick or a cobber or a clinker or a bit of PK or some juicy fruit or a lifesaver? Where would you like to go? And if they were German, you'd express interest in them. You know, I love your country. I haven't been, but I think the world of your country. I love your helmet coal. Now, where would you like to go? You look very nice, very neat. I like the way you look. You keep the cab very, very nice. And you don't take tips.
No.
Sometimes I'd pay them. As they were getting out, they want to give you money? No. Here, I'd get it out of the little satchel I had. Here's $5.
Yes, that's right.
Because you knew they were going to spread the word elsewhere.
How good Australia was.
How good Australia was. And if it was a young couple just visiting Australia from overseas, I'd say, look, would you like to borrow my car? My cab.
Would you like to make a few bucks?
Yes. That's right. Or why not come over to my place and we'll have a party? I'll phone a few friends around and we'll have a little impromptu. It didn't hurt.
No, of course it didn't.
That's what service is. Putting in.
Oh, yes, putting in. Now, look, Roy, taxis, hotels, airlines, airports, banks, shops and public transport have all been bagged in this survey.
That's right.
Which do you think is the worst and why?
Banks. Bloody banks. No one smiles in banks anymore.
No.
When I was a young teller, the first lesson was. Hi. I'm Roy. I'll look after you. Which account would you like looked at? Oh, deposit, certainly. Not a problem. Cash a check? Not a problem. It's not hard.
No. That's the thing that people...
Why can't we teach that sort of thing? We don't teach manners anymore. Service. I mean, the future of Australia is bent over the front of the bonnet, the trousers down, without your nationality coming in, queuing up to have a go. You've just got to turn around and...
So true, Roy, so true.
Once we make that clear, Once it's clear, we'll be fine.
Look, can I ask you, are schools and teaching institutes setting the right agenda vis-a-vis the problem of service, given that the only hope of this nation with regard to employment is trying to get more people into the service industries, Roy?
Of course it is.
I mean, you and I have been on the case for years now,
Yes,
but are the schools and the TAFEs and the institutes...
I don't know what they're doing.
No.
I don't know what they're doing.
What they're doing?
People in service these days, they don't smile, they've just got all po-faced.
Yeah.
You tell them a joke, they don't laugh.
No.
They don't get it.
No.
You know, I was always told, no matter what the nationality, if someone came up to you and it sort of sounded as if it had a punchline, you laugh. You know?
Ah, yes. No matter what
You know, it was Von Hill.
Very
You
funny.
know, or...
That's the way he tells them. Yes. Now, Roy, can I...
And stop, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Have some of the money.
That's right. Just going back to that taxi, I'll never forget one night I think you offered to take people from the Seaboard Townhouse out to Penrith.
Yes.
Might be a $150 cab ride. You stopped at the Rookwood Cemetery on the way out and got them a beautiful bunch of flowers fresh off the ground. And then at the end of the ride, you paid them about $25 and didn't take a penny off them. They were the happiest couple in Australia that night because they thought that, hello, we've met somebody who cares.
That's right.
Who's interested.
Exactly. Actually, look, I think we've got to have sort of an underground sort of police force monitoring service in this country. I'd nominate a current affair. I think...
They've got the runners on the board.
They've got the runs on the board. I'd get rid of this bloody law called entrapment. And I'd let the current affair get out there and bloody well just
have a look at people.
show Australians how bad the service is. You know what I mean?
On the other hand, I'm just wondering if we're marketing ourselves overseas in an incorrect manner. I mean, if we said to people overseas, come to Australia and leave your ideas of service at home, enjoy an old-fashioned country that only cares about the people in it, come and have a look. Come and enjoy.
Look, but don't touch.
That's right. Stay away if you want your butt wiped with a beautiful peacock feather every morning at 11 a.m. because we're not going to do it.
No.
We're not going to go in there that sort of gear. If you want your Bradman and your stack piles, you can make them your bloody old self. At the Seaboard Townhouse or anywhere else you care to. Put your swag down.
That'll get people in. Australia. Come, because we'll hate your guts.
Wow.
Tell them the truth.
I reckon the message should have been...
I always hated them dealing with them.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody tourists. I hated their guts.
As soon as when you were driving the cab, as soon as you found out they were foreigners, you just showed them the door.
That's right.
Showed them the door. No matter what was on the meter.
No, get in. You'd hear the accent. Get out.
The same.
Written in a number of languages.
That's right.
Japs, you know. Bugger all.
That's the international
Go
language
on.
they understand.
Go back to your own land.
That's right. Leave us alone.
Slime.
Yeah. What it should be is we're taking the shrimps off the barbie. Understand? We can't make it any plainer
The
than
gas
that.
on the Barbie's turned off.